vice around the world we go, but the defuse is...
Place there, simple, just jumping casually into the side, he's going to fall down.
And he's going to hit the ground there as Cole. Oh!
Is about to begin, and FNATIC will be starting on the CT side here on the defense. Nip starting T side once again.
This is, if played correctly, supposed to be a counter-terrorist map. Not hugely, not like Nuke, where you can expect to win 12 or 13 rounds or something like that. But still, you should win the majority and preferably about 9. So that's what we're looking for here. Mid-control is absolutely important on cash right now. And FNATIC here are going for a bit of a gamble as they do put 4 people inside that A bomb site. Just waiting, and it's a single person over at B right now. So the gamble is pretty huge here for FNATIC once again, just like with map picks. And now all of Meister goes down, and is that the opening for it? The headshot. Crib now, McLaren with the shot. He's gonna go down. NIP now rushing into the bomb site. He's gonna be one attack. He's gonna no cover. He drops McLaren. Picks up the double kill, and now Flusher 1-on-4 here. Bomb plant delayed for a second, but what can he possibly do?
It's so tough for him now. He's getting A damage as well. Drop down to 30 HP. He's been spotted. They know exactly where he is. More through that smoke. He walks right into Freiburg, and the headshot is there. Get right raises his hand, but you have to admire how it works out in that pistol round right there. FNATIC going for an aggressive play, and as we said, they needed to destabilize Nip early. They needed to shake their confidence, and that was exactly what that strat was designed to do. Get up in their face early on at A main, get those kills early on, but Nip, they had 2 guys camping right outside his sweet door. They heard FNATIC coming, and that allowed them to rotate in and completely counter them.
FNATIC going for a huge left hook and knockout blow to NIP right into a right there. That's going to be taking them really down a couple of notches here. They do pick up the scout and also, of course, C-set 75s and body head armor.
Interestingly enough, it's Crims who's going to be using this scout. Now, we've seen Crims use scope rifles in the past throughout these playoffs matches, and he has had excellent results as well. So him having the scout, not that big of a surprise, actually. We'll see if he's going to be able to actually put it to use here, seeing how it's such a powerful gun. But Olaf Meister, in the meantime, manages to get the drop on Freiburg, and that's the CZ 75 going to work once again.
And NIP generally haven't been very good at managing the anti-eco rounds, like a lot of teams in this tournament haven't. So this early loss here is maybe going to affect them. They steal the Galil as well here. Olaf Meister now with Galil, armor, and grenade. Not at all bad to start off with here in the second round. There's a body shot coming in as well. Crims, can he get another one here? Looking for the angle, and he's got cover and Flusher here. C-set 75 in hand. The timing is going to be everything. Flusher waiting. Pick up the one and launch out of bullets, but it might be enough anyway. Crims inside has already picked up a couple of body shots, and he needs one more here. Jumps to find Get Right. SJW, and Get Right's alone. A great second round from FNATIC already.
Get Right about to get caught as well. The flank is real. He's going to have a man closing in behind him. That's Olaf Meister already using that Galil earlier, and Get Right gets the headshot first. Unreal, but there's only 8 seconds left on this clock. Get Right cannot get anything done past this point. Decides to run and save his gear, and that is definitely the right decision to make in this situation. 1v3. Now, you have to admire Crims and his self-control there going into that round, because he gets the information, he spots the man out, tags him, but then instead of actually going for a repeat, instead of giving Nip a chance to find a shot on him, he backs off to that site, feeds the information to his teammate, and sets it up for Flusher to get the perfect flank on Nip. So FNATIC definitely keeping their cool here. They deserved to get that second round after plays like that.
Very, very nicely done. This is a map that shares something common with a map like Nuke, where in the anti-eco, it's really hard for you not to get close to the pistols that the CTs have picked up. You have to get within pistol range, so maybe NIP needs to come up with a different answer once they get into that position, if they do get into that position again. Grenades are going to rain in here, and it's Pronax holding, and he's actually very much so good for NIP. Pronax goes down, the backup's going to have some trouble. They've charged, waiting. instant double headshot, get right with the kill on Pronax, and the bomb site is lost.
The bomb site is gone. Great nade there from Crims. He still has that scout in hand. If he can tag, both two members here for NIP are fairly low, but they have to play it safe. And he's waiting for his teammate Flusha to rotate in from short. This is going to be the split play here from FNATIC, trying to get an edge on NIP, but the backstab is already under effect. Get right is right behind them, and there's no way out now for FNATIC. They are boxed in. The last thing they're going to expect is the backstab from Get Right. Works perfectly. Crims will rotate around and manage to pick up a gun. This is going to be pretty big here. If he gets another kill, that would be great, but it's not going to happen, and he gets boxed in. It's CT spawn. So, NIP strike right back in the third. Come out swinging and take it away from FNATIC.
And the question is, and this is what I was wondering, are they going to go for this really dangerous pattern where they try and force it up again? So they will actually do that, and that's something that could really have a big effect. We've seen this earlier in the tournament at least 2 or 3 times already, where a team just decides to keep forcing for a long time, and if it eventually pays off, if FNATIC get a round of this, then it's all worth it. If they don't, they could end up going.
Exactly, but if they're in that kind of situation right now where they want to even out their money, if 3 of them have to double eco anyway, definitely a strong play here from FNATIC. And we've seen how lethal these pistols can be. 5-7 on Pronax, but he really is an exception to the rule. Olofmeister and Flush are going for the CZs, and 2 rifles picked up. Now we have to see if FNATIc this time can land the shots, because NIP, they're here to party, they're here to play, they're about to take over. I guess one, but it's only the one. Still getting the information. And he could get a second, but Forrest will shut him down.
That's staying alive for a long time here, allowing more time for JW to get in, so it's a really good job from Olofmeister and Pronax, and Russia is walking up from behind as well. This could be really great. JW does go down. They're already shooting at the wall. He's going to take the peek, and Exist is ready for it, but Get Right, and Exist are very low on health. FNATIC could definitely take this round, and that would be such a great performance if they could. Creative missing a shot with the scout, missing once more. That's 2 really vital misses. Flusha is not going to miss. He takes down Get Right. Bomb will be planted here, but Exist. This is a really terrible 1-on-2 for him. A single bullet, and he's going to be gone.
But a single bullet from him will take out one of his members as well. If he can land the shot, we have to see. He knows that there's a man in A main, and that is going to be the flank coming in here from Flusha. Crims is waiting on short with that scout as well. Exist boxed in very early, and he tries to turn around. He tries to bait out a reaction from Flusha, but Flusha is just too quick, and now the defuse is coming in. 5 seconds left, and they will have ample time. FNATIC, this is so back and forth, Anders. This has turned into a real brawl here at the beginning of the half. The momentum is crucial for both of these teams, and neither one of them is going to turn away in this game of chicken.
And NIP have enough to actually buy 3-on-3 players. I'd be shocked if they don't, and they will indeed pick it up. In fact, Exist has so much money, he's going to buy a Galil and drop it to a friend. So now they have 4 rifles on this team, and that's the bomb plant that made they could do that. If Exist hadn't got the bomb down the previous round, they would have been a full-on eco for NIP. So we're in the 5th round here of the first half of the 2nd map here, ESL One Cologne, and now it gets interesting again. FNATIC gotta win this. Forrest looking for a kill in the middle. Look how aggressive and confident he is, charging in with an AK-47 in hand, and he's got a lot of information already. Pronax, though, will pick up the opening kill on Freiburg.
It's going to slow NIP down somewhat here. Forrest is in a position to be able to catch him if they get too greedy. Crims goes for the spray down, but Faflon gets the best of him, and now Flusha has to chuck in the incendiary to slow this. He can't let NIP speed up behind this. Forrest, unfortunately, does not find the kill on Olofmeister, and the line holds for FNATIC. They maintain the man advantage, and NIP, they still have nades to work with here, though. So they can still make something happen for themselves if FNATIC give them the opportunity, but I really do love this play from FNATIC. Olofmeister could just rock them, but no, Exist is waiting on the other side. Not get the second frag, but JW's too quick.
He definitely should have got that second frag. That was a big mistake from Exist. He could have just walked casually and then got that one. So maybe a little bit of nerve coming into play then. But that was almost 100% kill there. Flare and Get Right now 2-on-3, and Flusha waiting inside this bomb site. 30 seconds left. And this is going to be really tough, especially because FNATIC's actually already making a rotation, so NIP have got to move very quickly here. And Flusha is smartly waiting, not peeking. Really good play. He's going to pick up the headshot here on Flare, and now it's a 1. Flusha will take him down. Solid play from this counter-terror side.
Very patient play, and there's the tap from Double Walk on the shoulder, making sure that these guys are definitely...
I actually think that if Exist had picked up that kill in the middle, that would have been NIP winning the round right then and there.
Absolutely, that was a crucial frag from JW, and managing to crouch and spray and actually find the kill on Exist. And I think you're all right. I think Exist did rush it a little bit there. Had he walked up, it would have been perfect, but that exists, of course, doesn't want to let the man that just boosted someone get away either. If JW was running, he could have got around into sandbags, and then it gets a bit tricky there. That's the way that it happens, or that it plays out this time, though. NiP are on pistol now, however, and they actually just have to deal some damage to FNATIC. They cannot let FNATIC's economy get out of control. And FNATIC certainly don't have much in the bank right now, so it's crucial for FNATIC to just have a perfect hold. And I actually like that Freiburg is going for a bit of a swag over there at Squeak Door. Open, close, draw the attention there.
Yeah, Swag's variation of that play actually, which is interesting, is to play with the door a little bit and then start shooting through it, hoping someone's going to peek. So something that Freiburg didn't do in that situation, but you're right, Swag from iBuy Power is, I think, one of the best players in the world at playing that Squeak Door on cash. So if you ever want to learn a little bit, he's a really good guy to watch for it.
Well, you've seen him single-handedly wreck teams from that position. Teams having to put 3 guys on A just to deal with the pressure that's coming out. But now he gets Nick going for the double boost into mid. JW calmly taking them away, however, with the help of Rims, but JW yet another one. This is just a series of frags. JW wants to pad his stats. He's got 4, and Freiburg already wrapping around. But Bessa, he's got his mates back. No way in for NiP in that round, and they actually don't accomplish much at all apart from, well, padding FNATIC's coffers. And that is definitely not part of the plan here for NiP. FNATIC, it seems like they won the game of chicken handers. They've stabilized here.
They have, and that's very, very important. That looked like it was going to be a knockout blow to them when they lost that first pistol round, but they kept their heads in the game, and somehow they got back in it, so that's really impressive. Shows a lot about the strength of character that's on this team. We're moving into the 7th round, and I like to see IP try and go for something that's a little bit more aggressive, maybe. What I would love to see them do is a big crunch on the B bomb site, where they actually go for this event where Flusher is, smoke off the middle so the people in the middle can't help out, and then try and just rush into checker and B bomb site quick. I think something really snappy here could work out great for the Swedish Ninjas.
And they're actually doubling up over here as well. FNATIC really putting a lot of focus on mid, but this really hasn't so far. This match, bit of the wall bang there from Pronax trying to tag up Freiburg looking for him as well, but nothing has been done apart from giving away the information as to where they are on this map for now. There's still a minute left on this clock, however, so NiP, plenty of time. I mean, we can see just how spread out they are right now, really trying to cover all the angles because FNATIC can push. FNATIC can try and get out there and get that info, and NiP, they were to get the advantage by getting that frag and the punish.
Russia actually getting a Molotov back, and they were waiting for him as he dropped out of the vent, so tiny trick there from NIP. If they had wielded a kill off that would have been perfect, but as it is, they've just wasted a lot of time, and now 30 seconds left, and FNATIC still holding their ground, so gotta give some credit here to the CT side, making sure that they didn't really do anything at all, and they've got a pretty heavy presence here at the B bomb side. NIP are gonna go for it with just 20 seconds left. They're pushing up, Fiflower and Get Right, getting some good kills in. The bomb is going to go down, and look at NIP's first plant positions here. They're so good. Moving out of the bomb side, leaving one guy in. It's exactly what you want to play this like. FNATIC now have to look all over the place to get the kills before they can actually defuse this bomb. Pronax is right here, and he's going to be flashing the Can he get Exist down? He's playing a mind game. Looking for it, but he goes down. Exist with a great headshot. Then Olofmeister comes in to take care of him, but now this bomb is already far ticked. They have the kid on Olofmeister. He's holding, but he's not going to be holding long enough. And they can get the defuse. So a really good retake here. It's very close, but FNATIC, they will be able to win the round.
And that was actually a mistake there by Fiflower, and really managing to turn that into a 3-on-3 situation. We can see, I mean, the happiness on Olofmeister's face after that play. Pronax as well. They are definitely getting confident here in this CT half for them. But at the end of the play, NiP, they had the 3-on-3, they had the afterplant positions, and honestly, if Fiflower waits one more second there before peeking out, they have that round. FNATIC don't have the time for the defuse. So again,
the problem is he doesn't know if someone's flanking him from his left-hand side. So if he stays behind the box, they're going to come running up. The big issue, the thing that really screwed that round was actually Get Right going down by the playground. He should have been able to do more from that position, I think.
Crims, I mean, right now FNATIC have really just got all of the momentum going their way. I think that's the most important thing here. And when a team of this caliber starts to really feel confident in their shots and their abilities to call, it's when NiP really start to struggle. So this is going to be all about now the picks, because NiP, they get the plan, so they're able to actually go for a pretty reasonable buy, but limited nades to work with. No HEs, only one flash. At least they have the smokes. So we have to see if they can find anything peeking, but you have to actually admire FNATIC's patience in these rounds on their CT side. They're giving so little ample room for Nip to work in as far as actually picking up entry frags that would allow Nip to speed up behind it. And this is exactly the style designed to counter Nip, because Nip are a team that thrive off of entries. Once they get that first frag, they're incredibly good at speeding up behind it and overtaking a site. FNATIC playing so patiently means that Nip have to come to them, and things like this happen. JW forces out the area and manages to catch Force with that.
Crims give a good kill here on the ground. This is not working out at all for this area side. One at a time, really good defense from FNATIC. And now we're talking about 5 rounds in a row on the CT side of Cash here. Now NIP picked this map, and I'm wondering where are some of those cool terrorist side strats that we do see on the track. There are a lot of different stuff you can do here. Boost in the middle we've already seen, but like I was talking about earlier, there are some really cool rushes you can do to the B-bomb side too that could work out. And even just trying to take more mid control, NIP have been very passive in the middle apart from those boosts.
Well, they have 4 flashes and 2 smokes right now, and it seems like they're kind of heading over towards A. Are they going to go for a bit of a mixed boost? It seems like the first 3 are going to be going into A main, 2 into Squeak. They definitely want to get out here fairly quickly. I like how they wait already to see if they can get a punish on anybody pushing in here by FNATIC early on, but now Nip gather, and this is going to be the take of tank. Can Nip land the shot? The Molly's going to go down from Olafmeister. That's going to get pretty hot in there fairly soon here for Nip, but they have to go charging through. They're actually running out of time here. The rotation in from FNATIC. They keep the crucial kills. FNATIC are lighting them up. Nip, only 1 kill going there.
Oh, the second one from found. These pistols are doing something good here for NIP. They've already got 2 kills. Great, but it's not going to work out. JW makes sure it stays at just the 2. Still fairly successful eco round, I would say, for NIP, investing in a couple of grenades and coming away with 2 kills. The bomb plant would have been great, and I think those smokes were meant to try and secure a bomb plant. Doesn't work out so well. 10 rounds in, and now it's a unit double up setup for FNATIC here. JW and Olafmeister both. Now I'd love to see NIP make a change, and I think they will. These 3 Molotovs they have tells me it could very well be an A push coming out.
I mean, they can cover quite a bit of ground with that. You usually use it to check the corner around Squeak, behind quad boxes at the back corner of the site. Molotovs are very useful for taking over that A site, but they can be useful for basically starting the burning ring of fire on B side as well and forcing the defenders off of that bomb site and really opening it up. Freiburg has the Molly in hand there, but they're not really going to be doing too much with it. What I really like from FNATIC here is that this double op play just shuts down practically half of the map. JW and Olafmeister both pairs with these rifles.
Look at this. This Molotov is going to fake the vent, so this is going to pretend that try and force back Crims. He will force back, and that's what they did last time they did B. Unfortunately for them, Flusher picks up the kill wheel on Forest, so now maybe FNATIC are going to realize they're already rotating up, and it's a 4. Olafmeister in the back by the quad boxes. A lot of fire, but no real action from NIP. They're in such good positions. I don't see this one. Flusher goes for the kill and Squeak as well, but FNATIC says they do return a little bit here. Olafmeister to the face, and it's a quick double for Olaf. Very, very cool play. Now get right in a 1-on-2 with 30 seconds. He's going to go for the plant if he can. Be hugely important if he can put this bomb down. He's got 20. He's a 1-on-1, not quite. JW, that was so close by get right.
That was so close. That was a pixel off right there. JW strikes faster, however, and that is going to be yet another round going towards FNATIC. 8 rounds now on the board for them. 2 only here for Nip, and this is really when Nip start to feel the pressure. I think they need at least 5 rounds on this half to feel confident with their performance in this first half on their T side. And they, I mean, with how difficult it is for them to be able to get onto these sites, and for them to deal with how FNATIC are playing this right now, those 3 rounds are a lot to ask, I feel. So Nip again going to be able to go for a bind. Get right, in fact, going for how effective that was. He had a couple very strong rounds on Cobble. We have to see if he can pull it off here on Cash. JW already waiting around the angle.
It will be brutal. It's a headshot, no less, on to get right. I do actually still love the idea, but you're being challenged. Also, JW and Olafmeister, it's going to be difficult. That's a great from Forest. That's the second one picked up now. It's time for Forest. He's angry, tired of losing rounds. They've lost 5 in a row, or even more than that. Actually, 7 in a row is what they're up to now, so they want to see if they can bring it back.
And Forest trying to make it happen here. They've got the man advantage now. He needs to play it patiently. He still has 2 nades on him that can help take a sight, but he's off on a mission. He's trying to sow confusion in the range. Already with the setup, however. Olafmeister putting that AWP. He's been smoked off from CT now, however, so he has to actually try and work his way through. JW looking from on high. It's a double off hold, and FNATIC need to land the shots. It's absolutely crucial.
Look at who's coming up from behind. If they get the bomb down, there's a backstab. In effect, all of them now. It's a 2-on-3 unit. They're being trying to stay FNATIC. Come in right now and get the kill. But he's going to go down. Forrest with the triple kill. Perfect movement from Forrest. The first two headshots were great, but the decision to trust his teammates to get into that bomb site and then backstab FNATIC, that was very, very cool.
And these are the kinds of plays that NiP are capable of because of that trust, because of the ability of everybody on this team to step up when it's necessary and land the key frag. NiP sneaking below heaven as well, predicting where JW would be watching from, and then managing to get on that site to get the plant. Very well played there by the Ninjas. FNATIC, despite their best efforts, couldn't hold them. Plenty of money to re-equip with ops, and Olafmeister already picking off the floor and then gets the second frag. Gatright is out of it, and FNATIC right back into the mix. 2 kills and a huge advantage going into this round.
3-on-5, trying to challenge Olafmeister again, turning out to be a really bad idea for NIP. And actually FNATIC, well, I mean, NIP don't really have enough money to buy an extra round. They might force it up anyway to try and see if they can get up to 5. But if NIP could end up winning this round, FNATIC would have 2 players that wouldn't be able to buy. So there's going to be a lot riding on this one round for both teams. But looks like FNATIC are stabilizing, and again, they're making great decisions on where to actually hold. They seem to really read what NIP are doing quite well.
Now, this is the difference between one of the newer maps and one of the older maps that these teams have so much experience on. Both of them, in fact. And now we can see that happening here. Olafmeister missing his 3rd shot. However, he's still trying as long as that remains the case. It's going to be tough for Grims. He's going to get 2 kills, and we're into a 3-on-1. Or stuck in checker nowhere. No way to get out of that room. Flusha with the flank will obliterate NiP, and now we look at a very tough decision here for NiP. Do they decide to eco and bank it all on the 14th round, or do they decide to force up here? It would be amazing if they did that.
Yeah.
They have to go for pistols and nades here and really just put it all in that 14th round.
Yeah, forcing it would mean 1 rifle essentially, and then C-sets on everyone else, and that's a little bit more than they're willing to invest into, especially because if they did that, we could be seeing a 12-3 first half here for FNATIC. So NIP gambling on 10-5 instead of anything else.
And NIP once again is really spreading out across this map as well, trying to see if FNATIC are going to get greedy. We haven't really seen that from FNATIC, however. JW is actually taking a little bit more of a peek than usual, really looking to see if he can't get ahead of NiP, but it's going to be Crims with an insane flick shot. What a headshot on Forrest. Very nice reactions there displayed by Crims, and we've been seeing terrific play from him throughout the entire tournament. Him and Olafmeister both are big parts of why FNATIC are this far in the tournament now.
JW seems to be almost unstoppable in this position. I wish they would actually figure out a way to deal with it. They can grenade this spot, and Freiburg's going to use a pistol instead to get rid of him. That's a really important kill to stop JW. Pronax caught with the grenade out. Could have easily gone down then. That was very, very close. And is he going to check the corner? Freiburg is right there now. Forklift Pronax. Very quick, swift reaction here. And now get right. It's just a matter of time. He reins in, and it's actually going to be Flusha with the rifle to pick him off. So nicely done. Eco round from NIP, so they didn't really accomplish much more than 1 kill here. But I wish they could figure out a way to deal with JW in that corner, because that seems to be a place he's just holding for a number of rounds. And once it becomes too predictable, NIP should react to it.
I think NIP really, it's past time that they really try and change up their style here, because they're still looking for the pick play, but FNATIC are doing such a good job of playing passively, holding so far back that NiP really can't find the kills. It's really slowing up NiP and forcing them to go for these plays with 30 seconds left on the clock, and that's not enough time. I would love to see a very quick play out of NiP. Try and change up the pace. Go for an A rush. Go for a B rush. Get into space early on here in these halves. Curtis is already setting up to catch the man, setting up for a play. Get right. A bullet, but it's actually going to be able to live.
A little bit of damage exchanged, but nothing more comes of it. NIP, they're very determined to go to this beat. They're very determined to have 3 people here. It's a really good opening for Get Right. Picks up the 1 kill here. Olafmeister covering. He's been so deadly with this AWP, and he's going to miss the next shot here. Got to be careful that he gets smoked off, and there is, in fact, a smoke for NIP. Now it's on Flusha to try and keep a count of how many people are down here. They throw some paint up, trying to see if they can make the safe cross, but it's not safe when Flusha takes down before the follow. eventually goes down to Freiburg, and now it's a 3-on-4. Bomb is being planted here, but now NIP are almost all stuck inside the bomb site with the exception of Forrest. See if he can actually make the difference. I definitely think he can. Last time he did, except for a different angle. That's also going to be confusing for FNATIC. They do have plenty of kits and even a smoke kit to try and prevent one axis round back into the Forest. Flashback. They're going to go for the retake here, and it's a 2-on-1. JW lands the smoke, not going to get it. He's going to go down to Forrest. Again, it is Patrick to come up from behind to save NIP.
Yeah, getting that entry again, crucial there for NIP, and we can see what happens. That's the thing. They find that frag, and then they instantly start applying pressure to the site, speeding things up, forcing the rotation out of FNATIC, but also just knowing how to deal with it. Olofmeister missing that shot initially, and NIP taking advantage to smoke him off and get things rolling. So, once again, NIP in a round where they cannot afford to lose. They need that 5th round desperately going into this second half. It is a bit CT side. We see that FNATIC definitely demonstrating that with a strong defense, it's very tough for the T side to get in here. But for now at least, NIP once again just sneaking around, not exactly spread out so far, and now I really love to see it. Are they actually going to manage to get in here quickly and find that opening frag?
And they try and flash JW, almost worked, but he's still in the back. JW not good at this range. He builds himself a grenade, another kill, a quick triple. JW crushing NIP in this bomb site just long enough for the backup to come in. Now Get Right is in a 1-on-4. Save from JW, and he gets the final one. The 4 kill comes up. FNATIC 11-4. What a beautiful first half for them.
JW been styling there at the end with the HE kill at the same time as the AWP kill. 2 birds, well, with 2 stones, but hey, it works. JW really locking down that site, and that's what made it possible there for FNATIC, with Exist getting the entry onto it by a forklift as well. Really thought that was going to go NIP's way. It was absolutely crucial that JW hold that position on the map and allow for Flusher to rotate in to support him. But right now, we're going to have both of these teams essentially talking it over, trying to figure out exactly what they have planned for us here. And I think a lot of that is going to be happening on FNATIC's side right now, because if they can pick up this pistol round on the T side, the amount of pressure that's going to be on NIP going into this beginning of the second half is going to be monstrous. FNATIC could just run away with the game right here and take this to the 3rd map, which is Inferno.
Yeah, like we started off saying, this is a CT-sided map, but not like Nuke or anything else. So getting 11 rounds is very, very impressive. And I'd say winning the pistol round basically does give the map to FNATIC, unless NIP just go completely nuts. But I think even for NIP, this comeback would be too much to handle. At that point, you'd be at a 14-4 scoreline, and you should be able to win it, even being on the CT, on the terrorist side here. We'll have to find out, of course. We are just waiting about 40 seconds left. If you're just joining us, then a big welcome here to the stream. This is ESL One Cologne 2014 at Gamescom, the 3rd major tournament in the Counter-Strike Global Offensive Series. The first one went to FNATIC, and they're back in the Grand Finals. The second one here, that went to Virtus Pro in Katowice. That was also an ESL event, and now we have the 3rd one coming up here with a rematch of the DreamHack Winter major. Really, really impressive stuff coming up, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. Hashtag ESL One on Twitter if you want to chime in and invite your friends. Now's the perfect time to get friends involved in Counter-Strike.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we're big shout out to the league community for tuning in, as well as all the others. This is the match to watch. It's 2 titans clashing here in the Grand Finals. A rematch, as you said, from DreamHack Winter, but FNATIC and NIP, they go way back, and this is huge. Now getting into the second half here, it is going to be a change of sides. FNATIC now on the offense, NIP on the defense, and now the question is, can NIP secure this pistol round and give themselves a fighting chance in this second half, or do FNATIC just railroad them and take it to map 3? We find out now. And what exactly do FNATIC have in store for us here? That's the question. Pronax, the mastermind, keeping quiet during the beginning, or during that break, not talking too much. So it really does seem like FNATIC, they've thought this out, they know what to do.
Work in the first half, work in the second. Smoke's coming up in the middle, and they're going to charge it. This is what they wanted NIP to do. That's what I was talking about. Quick rush into the vents, but they are going to actually fake it out here. JW is just pretending, while the rest of FNATIC are seriously committed to taking this A-bomb side. And there's only the 2 people holding it. Charging in, all of them goes instantly down. Blinding headshot. He's going to get killed by Crim's enemy. Forrest picks up one and then goes down. A lot of trading, and Get Right is going to try and see if he can put an end to it. A bomb plant already. That's the first thing accomplished here from FNATIC. And now Crims and Pronax trying to hold it. NIP do have a kit, and they even have a grenade here.
Where do they place this grenade. The HE goes raging in, and Pronax and Krim still alive and intact. One of them blind, and now Nip take advantage of that. They'll start pushing in, applying the pressure. Pronax in key position. The crossfire could be brutal. Krim's alive still, and this is forcing Nip out into the open. Krim's with 2 headshots, and this is the third. Pronax will doom them, and FNATIC take the second pistol. This is now a brutal turnaround. Nip, this is their map to boot, and nothing is going their way.
It really feels like it isn't at this point. 17 rounds, and it's a 12-4 scoreline. This could very quickly turn into an inferno map for the third in the Grand Finals. That would be pretty much an ideal situation for everyone watching.
That would be a thing of beauty. We have to go the distance. It has to be settled on the third map, 16-14. That's what we all want. We want it to go all the way. But FNATIC now going for the boost up into mid. Nobody here though for Nip. This is just Nip going for a stack, about as clean as you can get. 3-2, really counting on the CZs to work the angles and hold these sites.
FNATIC getting so excited that they actually forgot the bomb inside the T-spawn. They're so excited to win this game and move on that they don't even want to put the bomb down. They just want to kill NIP members and see if they can pull a little way home. And that's not a bad strategy, I say. That seems like that's the reasonable plan for right about now for FNATIC.
FNATIC actually with a healthy mix of SMGs on their side as well. Flusher going for that MP7, which he has been favoring in recent matches, and Olofmeister with the Pro 90. So no Kevlar on Nip means these players can shred them instantly. So we have to see if FNATIC can actually line up the shots. Olofmeister goes running in and takes Freiberger out instantly, and now it's going to be the man falling back onto this side for Florence. Has to hold the angle, and he gets the drop on Olofmeister, manages to pick up the gun.
Nicely done from Fiflaren, and steals the P90 as well, which is kind of cool, but it would be even better if they could somehow get this P90 over to exist, because he's actually the only one who has body and head armor here, but he's on the other side of the map. It's a really good shot from JW. Gerard goes down, and even with the P90, Fiflaren can't hold this bomb site. 50 bullets is a lot, but not enough to deal with every single coming into him. He's going to go down. It's the MP7 from Flusher, seals it.
Yeah, $600 in Flusher's pocket. He's going to be pleased with that. That's the whole purpose of that gun. Forrest calmly clicks Crims away, though, at long range, and now it exists. And Forrest alive. Scratch that, make it exist in a 1v3, just looking to do damage. He needs to find another frag, and that would be terrific here for Nip. They've already got 2 in this eco round. If he can get 3, that's so much money that FNATIC has to spend. Goes for the fight, but Flusher and Pronax team up on him, and FNATIC managed to stay alive. 12 rounds, 3 members surviving, and that's kind of a mixed way. Nip, that they can consider that a win.
So right, it was so right. There's actually something I hadn't noticed in that last round, which was that by the time they killed Fiflaren, there's about 9 seconds left. So a moment of terror, if the bomb planter dies, or the bomb carrier dies to Fiflaren there, that's actually a little bit scary. FNATIC couldn't even finish that round, but it turned out fine for them, and now they're only 3 rounds away from making this a 1-1 scoreline and moving on to Inferno as the third and deciding map of the Grand Finals.
This is all on Nip at this point, and once again they go full CZs. They really are going to have to go for that 14th line, building the wall now, and hoping that FNATIC won't be able to pound their way through. 13 rounds for FNATIC means once they take this round, they only need 2 to secure the win and move on to map 3. But once again, FNATIC, I really do actually like the setup here from FNATIC. 3 guys in the man, 1 towards A, 1 towards B, making sure that Nip can't get cheeky and peek out anywhere, start pressing for information. Nip will hear those nades go off mid, and we do have a bit of a rotation coming through, but again, it's just holding on the sites right now, Nip. They want the bleed time off the clock. They're playing FNATIC's game, really. They're not giving FNATIC any opportunity to get any free frags.
Yeah, but FNATIC have decided JW, since he only has a pistol, why not just use him as a scout and see if he can figure out something in the middle, and he doesn't actually see anyone in that bomb site, so he's just going to be falling back to middle, where he's definitely going to run into a couple of people here. Freiberg up on the high ground towards the B bomb site, seeing if he can pick up anybody in, and again, FNATIC going for B here. Getting a lot of damage in the middle though, and that could lead to something, but there's nobody covering here. Yeah,
and FNATIC just very thorough here, making sure that they smoke up every rushing through, Nip plummeting out of the heavens. Alive, get right, cannot get a frag. So a perfect anti-eco executed by FNATIC, and that was very clean work from them, keeping their cool and never really giving Nip the opportunity to drop them. Now we go to the crucial round. Nip, with 4 rounds on the board in the 19th round, go for their first bye, and it's rifles, nades, no AWP. They're just going to be planning on landing all the shots with the machine guns here.
Now I said I don't think NIP is going to be able to make a comeback at 14-4. I think that's too much to ask. Of gonna have to convince me at least. I'm remaining skeptical at this point here. Yeah, JW with that AWP, NIP invested everything into this round. Probably be the most impressive comeback we've seen so far because it's in a grand finals as well. If NIP somehow could win 12 rounds in a row on this map, that'd be insane.
Well, NIP, I don't think even know what the score is right now. They're just thinking one round at a time, one round at a time. We play our game, we focus, we do exactly what we did in practice, and we can make it work. But it would certainly be one of the biggest comebacks in history. FNATIC now looking to see if they can't get over into a position to take on the rotation, however, coming in from NIP already, because they do have a man holding very close on short. They apply the pressure from mid as well, so we have to see exactly how NIP managed to hold this, but the clock is ticking. There's only 45 seconds left now for FNATIC to make the decision, and it will be the A play. Pronax going for the Molotov one box. Existence will be rendered useless. Caught in the corner.
Nice opening kill from Olaf the Flusher. So follow up on that trend. Before he goes down, Forrest in the back. He's trying to stay alive to see if he can get some more kills, but he's going to get dropped by Pronax. It's a Pronax picks up a quick double kill. Freiburg in the middle is going to fall to Flusher's headshot. An effortless round from FNATIC. Great grenades, flashbang smokes, and everything, and they really have this on lockdown. So far, it feels like that NIP had better strats and better idea of how to play Cobblestone, and on this map, which NIP picked, it seems like FNATIC are just in the driver's seat. It's going to come down to this round. It's 15-4 map point here for FNATIC.
Now, FNATIC have been the driving force of this map the entire way through. They knew exactly how to counter NIP right from the start, play super passive, and never give NIP the entry. And going into the second half here, what are they doing? No rushes willy-nilly, etc. apart from the start. They actually just slow everything down and then go for a very clean execute. Something that NIP have sometimes a lot of trouble to deal with if they can't actually shut it down immediately. So FNATIC now one round away from taking it all.
Look at Forrest just sneaking up in here. This is really cool. Flusher has no idea. He's going to be walking back, but he has no reason to check. He realized his teammate was just in the middle, so that's almost an execution coming out from Forrest there. Steals the AK and runs away. It's a pretty good round.
That's the weakness of having two guys push it up like this. And then we have to see exactly where FNATIC, if they're going to manage to make it out mid in one piece, and they do actually manage to overwhelm, well, nobody, because nobody is here from NIP. They collapse back to the sites, and they want to maintain the man advantage NIP. They want to make FNATIC work for this, and FNATIC with the firepower looking for the frags, but they can't find anything quite yet.
JW hoping someone's going to be forced back. I mean, if you just go peeking, he's going to take one down. The Forrest roll that he did is still going to go. Freiburg over by the playground, he's still going to go down. Olofmeister coming in from the vent room and taking him down. Flash goes in. JW point blank range with the AWP. Flaren is going to go for a quick double. Very nicely done. And Crims is going to get the bomb down, and if he can clutch it here, no, he's actually going to wait. Again, he wants to go for a one-on-one instead of a one-on-two.
Absolutely. It's a dangerous game he plays, though, and with 10 seconds left, he will get that plant. Now he has to find the man taking the man his way out on Sky. That sets it up, and he reads it. Get right, but can't get the final frag. Exist will find him from the heavens, and now there's plenty of time for the defuse. He has a kit. It only takes 5 seconds, but that's more than enough, and NIP hold it off. One more round. FNATIC sitting on 15, but NIP with 5.
One plan for FNATIC means, I mean, even without, they still have plenty of money. I think it was 11,000 on Pronax at the beginning of this round. So NIP have to win a number of consecutive rounds here before they can start to force ecos. 10 in a row could be done, but you have to imagine, you have to calculate for the amount of pressure that's on NIP right now. Everybody realizes one single entry frag for FNATIC that could seal the deal.
And that's exactly what they're going to be looking for here. NIP changing up a little bit how they're holding, but FNATIC not really giving them the opportunity. Once again, we could not have any aggression on the other side either. It's really just NIP spreading out.
I think he saved himself. He threw a flashbang that's actually meant to counter Get Right if he's in a slightly different position in that bomb site. And Flusher flashed himself and then backed up. I think if he'd kept pushing, he would have been picked up on Get Right, I think. I mean, that was accidental, but it was kind of funny.
Oh, opportunity here for DreamHack Strike. He's trying to click away the headshot on Forrest, but he's not going to manage it. Drops down to 32 HP. Decides to try again, Crims. And Crims is going to take the fight. Forrest not finding the frag there either. Drops him down to 28. The door is politely closed, but it's going to be Flusher finding Get Right in the end on the other side of the map.
Nice kill on the one guy who has an AWP, so Flusher coming right back into it here. Laren is not going to realize, and actually that may be a bit of a mistake here. They should have probably realized there's going to be someone pushing up here. Now it's a 3-on-5, so FNATIC, they're inches away from doing this. Third map might be coming up. Forrest is snuck in. He's going to get the 1 kill. He didn't spot anyone, but there was someone there, so now Forrest is going to be trapped in here. JWP and Olofmeister says no, sir. JW charges, trying to hold it. A really cool flashbang. It's a lot more, and he's going to get it. It's Olofmeister again. Double kill. Exist 1-on-2. Goes down. Oliver's going to be dropped. The Exist trying to clutch it. And JW's on 12 HP, switches sides, trying to see if he can bait out Exist here. And the Swedish captain waiting on the other side, seeing if he can get it done. Ticking away, he has got the kid, he's creeping up slowly, and JW is looking around the other side, firing a shot. He reveals his position instantly. That bomb is far. Exist has the perfect angle for it. Very smart play, cold as ice. And it's going to be another round for NIP.
The perfect hunting down there, but FNATIC, they have so much cushion right now going into this. The damage that they have just inflicted to NIP's economy by killing off 4 members, we can see the effect that has here. NIP still no bank on their side. They have to spend everything to re-equip once again. So FNATIC are going to be very pleased with the outcome of that last round. They just want to find themselves in these positions where they're going to be able to apply maximum pressure to NIP and make sure that NIP have so little room to work with here. Excuse me, it really does come down to NIP not really caring, just managing to find the frags, really.
I mean, it's so close all the time. This time was actually a double entry from FNATIC. They had a 5-1-3 and they ended up still not quite winning the round, so it was really close. And NIP has to be worried. If every round is down to a 1-on-1 clutch, that means probably before the comeback happens, it's going to go the other way. Forrest almost gets the opening shot there. And that's dangerous, leaving that door open like this.
It's risky business, and Forrest crouches with his shot through the barrel. You can't shoot through those, unfortunately for him. But he will try and put one through the door. I love how Crimson's playing a bit of a swag here again. So go down to walk off Forrest. Forrest quickly changing his position. This could be a highly likely spot for him to get picked off. However, Olofmeister already trying to free fire around that angle. But there's going to be a frag. They're already rotating in to shut this down. As they get off, Olofmeister flanked by Piflaren. It's finally going to get one for Flusha, but not for long. Forrest finds him in the end, and NIP will collect their 7th round.
Only Helix has been playing well in the last 3 or 4 rounds, just picking up so many kills. He's up to 16, which is still some distance away from the scores that Olofmeister, Flusher, and JW are dropping here, which are 22 and 21 kills each. Definitely very impressive, but he's trying to catch up right now. And Piflaren also at 12, Forrest on 14. So NIP are slowly inching their way back. They need to win another 8 rounds in a row, but at the very least, they have forced an eco on FNATIC. They're actually going to be charging in. Forrest on 1 kill. He has some backup. He's actually going to get it as well. Freiburg, the buddy system, it works out once again.
Very well played, and that is going to be a perfect hold. Nearly. Piflaren getting dropped, but still keeping the important rifles alive here on NIP. They can afford to re-up, rebuy, as long as only 1 or 2 members gets caught.
Now, what I would love is actually for a bit of wisdom and advice that Sean Gers gave us during the analysis, and that was an auto sniper. Sean said, all right, if they get a rotating auto sniper, one that's really mobile, that can walk around everywhere, it can be devastating on that like cash. And NIP have the money for it. They don't need to save up money any longer. If they don't lose around, they lose. Forrest in the middle like Crimson. He's going to find a kill. Pick this up. Piflaren's really low on health, fighting in the corner. He's going to get taken down by JW. A lot of confusion there.
Yeah, perpetual flash, but that was great play. Forrest, however, peeks forward and manages to pick off Olofmeister, brings it back to a 4-on-4 situation, and NIP managed to hold for now. But FNATIC, they've got control of mid. This opens up the avenues towards that A site, through the vents, towards the B site, and so now they have decisions to be made. Where exactly are they going to take this in the end? If they're really going to be trying to sell the fake to NIP, try and make noise, go one way, and then juke left and go the other.
Equal situation at the moment. Forrest creeping down. He actually made some noise jumping down, but he picks up that angle on Flusher. That's an unlikely shot to find. I actually think he was walking in there to try and pick up the event. And Crims is going to see Get Right coming miles away. Very nicely done. So now we're straight back into a 3-on-3, and we're at about 35 seconds. I think it's going to be a push to the A-bomb side. The bomb's all the way over here. And Forrest can see that door opening if it comes, but Crims is coming in from the other side. Can they stay focused here in IP? One mistake, and it's going to be all over. And that Forrest goes down. another round. He's gonna go down, leaving Freiburg to clutch it, and that's not a bad man to have left in this position.
Exactly. They haven't quite spotted him out yet, but they are going to be able to get into afterplan positions here, FNATIC, and this is going to make life very difficult here for Freiburg. He has two angles to check. As soon as he shows himself to one member of FNATIC, the other one is going to peek out in the back. Freiburg looks, and he turns away. Grims with the perfect timing.